Greetings, 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 Divine Gullah family. Gratitude for stopping by. It is Monday, May 25th. We're going to go ahead and tap in, and I'm going to let y'all go. I know y'all like, dang, Gullah, what happened to Friday and Thursday? Well, Thursday message uploaded at, I would say, about, like, 5 something. And I made sure that, it was posted and everything like that. When it got to a little small piece of almost being done, I got off of there and finished my readings and sessions that I had. And by the time I went back to go and check, it was still uploading. It did not upload until Friday around 1 something a.m. So I was like, you know what? First of all, we're not doing no more Thursday readings, okay? Thursdays, we will not be doing readings, so more than likely, I'm going to double down on Wednesdays because Thursdays, it's always an issue with Thursday, okay? And as well as Friday, Friday, I had a whole lot of clients and I was running a special, so I did not get able, I wasn't able to come on and, do a reading for y'all for Friday. But again, Thursday's message didn't post until Friday. So, that kind of worked itself out in a sense. But we gonna go ahead and jump in and, get started and situated with the reading. I hope all is well with everyone. If you are new here, gratitude for stopping by. If you are, a new subscriber, gratitude for becoming a member of the channel. Feel free to turn on your notifications so that you get the messages every time I upload a message to the channel. If it is for you, always receive what is for you, leave what is not, never take what does not resonate, okay? Ashe. So let's go ahead, y'all, and see what the goddess message is going to be for y'all today. What is the goddess energy surrounding the collective for Monday the 25th? Ashe. God damn, that ain't healthy. Manifestations came out in the reverse. Somebody's not getting what they manifested. It could be because of some things that still need to be let go. When we look at etheric cards on the bottom of the deck, there's something that still needs to be done away with, something that needs to be cut, something that is still going on in the energy, which is causing a delay in some of you guys' manifestations, okay? And I know that sucks. Because don't nobody want to hear that. This could enrage you. It could make you feel some type of way. It could piss you off. It could really, make you feel like, what's the point of continuing to manifest if you're not going to get what it is that you need to receive? However, before we go off into the deep end of things, talking trash and whatnot to the ancestors, how about we see what's going on in the energy of the manifestations coming out reversed? Because somebody could have been manifesting something but feel like they're not going to receive it. And this could be a reason why you are not getting your manifestations. You could be doubting what it is that you have going on. Or you could be simply just putting your, your miracles and your blessings in the wrong bag. And it's showing up differently for you, okay? It's not giving you what you would desire for it to give you, okay? When we cut the deck, we got the Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So some people is definitely coming into, they're sharing what it is that they have, and they're definitely coming into newer energy within themselves. But again, somebody's manifestations have been hindered, and we are going to tap in to see why. Because manifestations came out in the reverse, and that is very rare for my goddess deck. So let's go ahead and tap in, see what's going on with the manifestations in the reverse for the collective for today. What is happening with the manifestations in the reverse? Damn. Just a second, y'all. Okay, so what we are looking at, the card that fell back there is the Queen of Swords. This is air energy. Some of you guys can definitely be in your head about what is going on. The Queen of Swords represents Libra. Whoever you are someone who is definitely very intelligent. You're someone who is independent, and you definitely set clear boundaries around what you have coming in and going out of your life, okay? So these boundaries that you are setting is boundaries that you are allowing to basically keep you within your range of not stepping out of alignment is what I'm getting for that, okay? Shay. So just a second. All right, my bad. I had to go get my glasses, y'all. I'm trying to get used to my glasses on my face all the time, even though I'm not. And I know I should have them on, and sometimes I be doing my work and I be struggling, and like, you know, what's going on here? Why I can't see that? But anywho, like I said, when we look at the energy of the Queen of Swords, you're definitely someone who has clear communication. You've clearly stated what it is that you needed to say. You're not changing it and switching things up. It is what it is, regardless of whether who like it and who don't. You standing on business, okay? You're not allowing your skills. The Two of Cups is in the reverse. You're not allowing your scales to be rocked. You walked away. You set clear boundaries around the connection. There's something going on with the connection here. You could have felt like this connection was one that you manifested, but this is definitely something that you're turning away from because, again, the boundaries that you have not set, this energy is not aligning to it, okay? There's no alignment to the boundaries that you have set around yourself. It's almost as if you said you would not take on X, Y, and Z. For example, let's say that you come out of a toxic relationship or a relationship where you was doing everything and you know you had to be the masculine and feminine regardless of which gender you are. So if you went into a connection and you figured that you had to figure everything out, or you was making everything shake, or whatever the case is, you're now at the point in your life to where, you're like, okay, so now that you done closed that chapter out, you walking into something new. And if there's something new that you are walking into still yet does not align to the boundaries and the things that you have set for yourself, you are walking away from it. You're not standing in it. You're not standing around it. You're simply walking away from it, okay? So whatever it is that's going on here, make sure that you guys are allowing yourself to really stand your ground, stand in your boundaries. Don't try and alter your boundaries or the things that you have said you won't experience again because you want to be tapped into someone else's energy, or because you want to feel like you got somebody and you don't want to be alone, and blah 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 blah, whatever else is there, whatever else excuses you may give yourself. Whatever boundaries you have set, stand in them. Even if it doesn't feel good for you to stand in them, the more you appreciate your boundaries and you stand in them, the more other people will appreciate the boundaries that you have set as well. The boundaries that you have set for yourself represent self-love. It represents you walking in a certain manner when it comes down to you and what you will and will not accept. So there's definitely a separation here. You could be a Libra, or you could be a Cancer, but there's a separation here. Somebody is walking away from this connection because it is not the connection that is upright. All right, it is not what you thought it was going to be. So there definitely is a separation because there's disharmony here. There's definitely a breakup because the trust, or whatever the case is, it is not aligned. Something feels forced, okay? And whatever is being forced here is definitely being released, all right? Somebody is not straining a relationship with anyone. Somebody is not forcing their hand. Somebody is not making themselves fit into, a scenario in which they're supposed to fit in but feel like they don't. Somebody just simply saying, okay, you know what, this ain't for me. I'm going to go ahead and walk away and find my own path, or find a different route so that I can receive my manifestations, okay? Because whatever it is, this is not what you manifested. That's why your manifestations is in the reverse in this moment. This is not it, okay? Whether you are a Libra or a Cancer, because the Queen of Swords is Libra, the Two of Cups represents Cancer's energy. Regardless of what sign you carry, whether this is your sign or you are connected to these people, someone saw that the relationship, and you gave it a try. You did. You stepped into this energy. You felt it out, but you felt that it was outside of your boundaries. There was things here that did not align to you. And because there were things here that did not align to you, you simply decided to walk away from it. You didn't want to waste any time, and you didn't want to hurt anyone, and you didn't want to set yourself up to get hurt. So you called it quits. You walked away from it, and you made peace with that, okay? All right. So let's keep going. Maybe this ain't a bad thing, okay? Because if you know something ain't for you, ain't no need to stick in it. What else is here pertaining to the manifestations in reverse with the Queen of Swords and the Two of Cups in the reverse? What else is here? Gratitude. Well, I'll tell you. It's conflicts. It is something that is unhealthy in this connection. We are looking at the Five of Wands. Somebody could have been making promises. Somebody could have been saying that they were going to do something and didn't stand on their word. You do not. And the Two of Cups in the reverse just said that there's a distrust here. You don't trust this person in the energy with this shit coming out in the reverse. You don't trust this person, or you don't trust this energy that you're dealing with that is causing the conflicts. There's conflicts here that you're not willing to stand in, deal with. You're not in it, okay? You don't want to be in it, around it. You don't want nothing to do with it. You understand that it is not your energy. It's energy that belongs to someone else, and it definitely belongs somewhere else. So you are channeling that energy for what it is. You're not allowing it into your space. When we are looking at the Five of Wands, we are looking at Leo's energy. There's definitely disagreements here. And the disagreements is about your boundaries. You set a boundary, a person like, oh, well, no, I didn't do that. But clearly that's what they did. If someone came into your life and they gave you their word on something and they did not keep their word, you opted to walk away, which caused the conflict. And the conflict that you caused became a challenge for the person that you were walking away from, because they were not expecting this to happen. They thought that they had you in the bag. They thought that you weren't going to go anywhere. I don't necessarily feel like you got competition when it comes down to you and this person. And you may feel like you've been competing with this person's work, or, with this person's lifestyle. You could have felt like you were in competition, with what it is that this person had going on, because the time and attention were not in alignment, okay? So there's different ways that you have been feeling to turn away from this connection, because it's not a connection that you opted to keep. It's not a connection that you want to continue to be in or a part of. I'm telling you. Shitlander, you're moving on. I hear that Maya. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Moving on. I'll be moving on. You let go. You let go of the connection because it wasn't right. I'm going to put the card back where it landed, because y'all saw it land on top of the Two of Cups in the reverse. So we are moving from air energy to water energy to fire energy and back into air energy, okay? You thought about it. You thunk it out, okay? You thunk it out, and you thunk it out for a while. And you were like, you know what? I've done all I can do with this connection. I don't want to waste any more time. Definitely don't want to waste my time, let alone yours. So you know what? I'm just going to do both of us a favor, and I'm going to go ahead and exit. I'm going to let you live your life, and I'm going to live my life, okay? This is something that has happened. Somebody is leaving a connection, okay? And this connection could be between a Cancer and an Aquarius, because the Six of Swords represents Aquarius. So somebody could be a Cancer and an Aquarius, or you could be a Libra dealing with an Aquarius, or you can be a Leo dealing with an Aquarius, or you can be an Aquarius dealing with either one of these signs. You know, like I say, always take what resonates, leave what does not. But whatever is going on in this connection and relationship, you are moving on from it. You are healing and moving on from it. It's not like this is something that you know, just, oh yeah, you know, F this relationship, I don't want it. No, you really gave it time. You analyzed things. You didn't want to overreact, and being that you didn't want to overreact, you took your time. So being that you took your time with what was going on here, it just didn't pan out the way that you needed to. So you opted to move forward. You are moving on from this energy and connection and not standing in it, okay? Changes, I'm telling you. We got the Wheel of Fortune coming out next. So you're changing this. So you are going after what you manifested because you realize that what you got was not your manifestation. You realize that somewhere along the line, and you could have felt it in the beginning. You could have felt like, damn, is this really it, or am I being tested? Okay. Sometimes things will look different, but it could still be a test. Even if it's good, you could still be tested by something good without it having to be bad, just to see how you will maneuver. And I applaud whoever's energy this is, whether Aquarius, Capricorn, you know, whoever you is, wherever you at inside of the energy. I really feel like you are someone who took the time to really just allow things to happen. You focused, you focused, you didn't put too much into it, and you didn't take too much out of it, but you allowed things to naturally flow. You didn't allow yourself to control the energy and the issue. You allowed things to happen naturally. And because of that, you are moving on, and there's a turning point coming into your life. This turning point that you are coming into, whether Aquarius or Sagittarius, because the Wheel of Fortune represents the Sagittarius. Whatever is going on here, you guys are allowing yourself to come into the changes that you've been desiring. There's definitely a different cycle coming into your life. You guys are coming into Dharma. If you've been doing what you needed to do, you're at a turning point, okay? So things aren't always going to feel the way that it feels. And for whoever I'm speaking to, I feel like this is your divine confirmation. I feel like you are already aware of that. You already know this, and I'm simply just here behind the camera confirming it for you, okay? This is something that you're well aware of because you have put in the time and work for this to happen. This is fated here, okay? So you basically passed the test. You could have been tested by a connection, whether it was a friendship, whether it was a lover, whether it was a business connection. You were tested with the connection here, and whatever happened in this connection, you didn't overreact or underreact to it. You did exactly what you were supposed to do. You paid attention to it, you leveled up, and you moved away from it, okay? So I applaud you, because it ain't easy. It ain't easy. Some people just get caught up in things because they feel like it's what they want, even if it's not what they're deserving of. And even if they, you know, not deserving of it, or feel like they don't deserve, you know, what happened, or, you know, what is going on in this energy, you still allowed yourself to experience it. You went through it with gratitude. You didn't go through it trying to manipulate anybody, or, you know, trying to do nobody wrong. You actually went through this energy ready and willing to learn, okay? So that willingness and that readiness that you had willing to learn is definitely going to bring you into your divine manifestations. It's going to bring back your 6 of Pentacles with your 10 of Pentacles. It is going to give you everything you need and more. I hate I got doggone Luther Vandross playing. You are my lady. That might be how that person feel about you. We got the 3 of Pentacles coming out. So you guys are definitely coming into a celebration after things begin to change and shift in your life. Your ancestral spirit guides are happy because you were able to get through something that you didn't quite understand you were going through when you were going through it. They are looking at you and they are seeing your growth. They wanted to know whether you were going to see your own growth or not. And I applaud you and they applaud you because you were able to see your growth. You could be a Capricorn or simply connected to one. You are about to come into the energy of someone that you are going to collaborate with. This person is going to teach you some things as you teach them some things. And y'all gonna elevate. I feel like this is a new connection. This is a partnership. I feel like this is a business ordeal. And it doesn't, I feel like in a sense, you are the business owner and you're making contracts and setting up contracts with other people to make certain things happen around you and for you in your business. Okay. So, excuse me. So the Three of Pentacles that's showing up, you guys are going to be collaborating with people that you see fit to collaborate with in your life to bring forth divine change and positive energy to help you elevate as they elevate and y'all continue to grow, you know, together. Even if y'all have different businesses and, you know, different goals and stuff like that, y'all are going to be unified when it comes down to you doing what it is that you need to do, okay? Ashe. Final draw here. Final draw. Aquarius again, we got the Star. So you guys definitely understand where it is that you are, you know, heading in your life. You understand what it is that you desire. You know where you desire to be. You know where, you know, you're coming from. You know what it is that you're calling in, what you're creating. You most sort understand your power, okay? You've connected to yourself divinely. I feel like for whoever you are, Aquarius, you've been doing a lot of good things within your community. You may not feel like it, but you have. You're teaching. You're actually allowing things to happen that is elevating and healing you and other people. You're definitely someone who a lot of people cherishes in a way in which you may not understand, but you definitely have balance in your life, okay? You're representing that person that knew where you were headed, even if you couldn't see your way, okay? You allowed the stars to guide you. You are the star. You allowed yourself to guide you, okay? After some conflicts and difficult energy came about, this is why you walked away. This is why you determined and decided that this energy wasn't for you, as well as somebody knew what it was that you were coming into. Someone knew you were the star. Someone knew the abundant life that you had coming into your energy, and they wanted to be a part of that. So I feel like for most of you, you know, this doesn't pertain to you, but for some of you, someone came into your life manipulating your energy, wanting to use you for the riches that you have or for this prosperous life that you represent. Somebody wanted more than they told you in the beginning. Somebody had a hidden agenda here, and this is why this was not your manifestation. This is why this connection did not work, because this connection was not a divine connection that you were given. This connection was definitely a connection that you guys basically, you know, it's like somebody saw something. You could have been working with this person, dealing with this person, or this person could have simply saw you and figured, hey, I hit the jackpot. You know, I got a gold mine and I'm going to, you know, X, Y, and Z. And this caused conflicts, but you were already aware of what was going on. You walked away from it. You could feel like this person betrayed you because you really believed in them. Somebody's willing to win at all costs when it comes down to certain energy, but you don't have time to be dealing with battles and arguments pertaining to other people, pertaining to things in your life that you know you calling forth and you manifesting. You standing on you, okay? The boundaries that they spoke of in the beginning. You're standing on you without any questions being asked, no hesitation. You standing on yourself, okay? And again, you could be an Aquarius because both these cards represent the Aquarius, the Star and the Five of Swords all represents Aquarian energy, okay? So you could be an Aquarius or simply just connected to an Aquarius. But however, The shoe fit, take what resonates, leave what does not. Some of us, whatever was going on here, it wasn't healthy. So you did something good by walking away from it. You made an okay decision and choice by leaving it behind because it is not serving you, okay? And you cannot make something serve you that is not for you. If it's not for you, let it be. Go on to something else that will allow you to be in the energy that is for you, okay? But don't take on things that's going to hinder you and hold you back and mess up what it is that you've been calling in for this very long, okay? We still inside that daggone Aquarius energy. When we look at the Knight of Swords, we're actually looking at Leo and Aquarius. Whoever you are, you're accomplishing a lot. Gratitude. Whoever you are accomplishing a lot. You are someone who is a fast thinker, you are a fast learner, and you determined to succeed. But you got big changes coming in, big fella. And you definitely got big changes coming in because this card goes on top of the Wheel of Fortune. So with the cycles and the shifts and the good luck and the dharma that's coming in, there's big changes following that, okay? After you took some time to go through what it was that you had to go through because of, you know, some choices and decisions that you made. Good thing that you made this choice and decision, but you didn't stay in the energy long, okay? You saw the energy for what it was and you made your way forward, okay? You did not sit in it. You didn't, you know, dwell in it. You ain't allowed it to, you know, shift you or get you out of pocket or nothing like that. You just allowed yourself to go through it. You transforming, and you definitely went through a divine transformation, and you're coming out of that transformation. So it's like a caterpillar that went into a cocoon, became a butterfly, and now you coming out that cocoon so that you can spread them wings and fly, okay? That's the type of energy I'm picking up from you right now. You ready to fly. You on some R. Kelly type, I believe I can fly, okay? So at the bottom of the deck, I have, like I said, Death representing a Scorpio. You guys are going through a divine transformation at this time, and this divine transformation is definitely something that is happening rather quickly for you after you were offered something that was not for you. Justice and, you know, judgment has been called. So whatever hardships and delays were here because of this energy is being removed because it was not healthy, and you are being spiritually led out of it, okay? It could have caused you a burden, or it could have clouded your mind with the things that you were able to see pertaining to your choices and decisions. You could even felt like you had lost something, but you know, in the end of it all, you the magician. The power is within you, and you hold it inside of yourself. So you are determined to get to your 10 of Cups. You are determined to be happy. You are determined to get to the energy of the sun, okay? Your happiness is your focus, and there's nothing wrong with your happiness being your focus, because you deserve your happiness to be just that. You deserve to be happy. You deserve what it is that you've manifested. You deserve what it is that you've been calling in and asking for. So allow it to come into you in divine timing. Don't rush it, but also don't take what ain't for you, okay? If you see that something ain't for you and it do not align with what it is that you have worked hard to achieve in your life, walk away from it and make peace with walking away from it. You don't have to feel guilty, sad, or bad, okay? Do what you need to do for yourself at all times. No matter what it is, make sure that you are living your life divinely for you, so that you are, you know, achieving what it is that you desire to achieve. You have control over your life, your actions, and your destiny. You don't have control over anyone else and what they do and how they maneuver and operate, okay? I send you all peace, love, and light. Until tomorrow, continue to be great and elevate each and every day along your path and your journey. Remember, if this message is for you, take what resonates, leave what does not. Make sure that you are not, you know, making nothing fit into your story that you would want to fit. Now, I did tell my clients through my portal that the website is going to be down this week. I have a web designer looking at my site because there's some things that I want to change, and I do not do web design, okay? So I have them looking into that and making some changes. So if you would like to book a reading this week, you would have to message my business line. I have told all my clients that I've sent out messages and memos from my website. So if you are definitely getting a reading or needing assistance, reach out to me per my business line. When my web designer is finished with the, alterations to my website, I'll put it back up. But there are certain things that I want done on that website so that I could be able to maneuver better on there, okay? Gratitude to all new subscribers, all returning subscribers, and all of y'all that just stops by. Everybody that's working with me and allowing me to tap on in with y'all and give y'all readings. I appreciate y'all. We do have some coupons coming where I'm going to be doing summer ready sessions, basically getting you ready for the summer and the next 6 months of the year, so that you guys know what to expect, what's coming, and you can prepare yourself properly, okay? Ashe. So I send you all peace, love, and light until next time. Those are all the messages and updates. I will see y'all here tomorrow, same time, same place. Ashe.